What's up, everybody? Brypaz here, back again with another video. This time to review a song, to react to a song that was sent to me by Hijak. That is the name that they go by on SoundCloud. They sent me a song on SoundCloud. Wanted me to check it out. It's heavy metal. It's a genre I don't listen too much to, depending on what type of music it is. But I've heard some of his other stuff before. I met him at a party once, and he was showing some of his stuff, and it was pretty good. He had some pretty good stuff, so I'm looking forward to hearing how this sounds. I wanted to make sure I use headphones. Don't use phones, because speakers on phones, no good. Make sure you use nice, juicy sounding headphones. So let's see how this is. I'm going to be pausing and interjecting because that's just how I do these videos. And if it disrupts the flow of the song, I'm sorry, but this is how I do the videos. So, without further ado, let's listen to The Jaws of Tiamat. I think that's how it sounds. Let's see. So it's already starting off like this ominous type of mood. I see he has a dragon picture here, which is pretty cool. And you're hearing like this kind of piano stuff. I'm liking the ominous mood it's starting off in. I can tell it's starting off in, it sounds like it's going to be in F sharp minor. I like certain keys. Certain keys have a different feel to me, but this one's starting off pretty good. The build-up is coming in now. He's bringing in all these other sounds. So it starts off with the guitar by itself, so it builds up and then it goes away and just leaves the guitar by itself. It's a nice little effect to start out with, and then the bass starts to come in. Guitar is a little reverby for my taste, at least for this thing, but let's see how it sounds. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so now it's starting to, now it's giving me like that, like, kind of like an 80s type of feel. That voice, those vocals really changed the entire thing now. The sound, it sounds pretty good so far, like the idea, the way it's kind of doing something. It's just I guess the way it's kind of mixed with the guitar sounds a little reverby and send. It sounds like, it sounds, I mean, it's good guitar, it just sounds garage bandy. The way it's EQ'd in there, but it's still a good idea that you're getting this out there, that you're working on it. This is stuff that you can always work on, but if this is what they wanted to do, then that's just what they wanted to do, and that's their artistic vision.
Sound asleep, you cannot be. About to be part of her next piece. How can your mind
Okay, that's so far so good. So it's I was waiting for it to change, and it changed up. I was like, okay, we have this rolling like kind of ostinato thing going on with the guitars and the bass. Dun dum bum 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 ba ba da da dum dun 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 da da. And uh, if I'm not wrong, I feel like they're both playing the same thing, the guitar and the bass. They're kind of like they're playing the same thing there. But which to me is a little, eh. uh, but let's see how it goes on. So they started like adding more. Now it sounds like a guitar solo is about to come in. What instrument is that? That sounds like a string type instrument, or maybe one of those like I don't know. It makes me think of some like Celtic type stuff from like Ireland or Scotland or from that area. That sounded interesting. It's like coming on it's showing up on like the left side. So it's sounding good so far. I think this would sound way better with real drums because right now I can tell that it's programmed drums. I mean, if you really get someone, I mean, there's some people who can really make programmed drums sound like very real, but nothing, in my opinion, beats real drums. Real drums would really bring this thing to life. That's one thing that I feel like it's missing. Real drums. So the only thing right now for me personally is there's a lot of doubling going on, and that's just a personal taste of mine. That's something me as a musician myself when I write stuff for bands and for music. It's just one thing I like to avoid. Like I tend to avoid like the doubling. There's like the duh, 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 duh. So like he's singing that melody and then the bass is playing it dum 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 dum, and I think the guitar's kind of like strumming it, and the other part da dum bum ba dun dun da da, like the guitar and the bass are both playing the same thing, and like there's how can I say, there's you can use that, of course. There's moments, many people have used it in music. Countless legendary bands and musicians have used that. Just me, personal choice. Like if I have a bass and I have a guitar and we're doing some type of riff or something, I personally avoid it. Like if I'm doing something on the guitar, the bass, I would have it doing something different. But sometimes it works depending on what you're going for. That's just a personal thing of mine. Okay, maybe I was wrong. The bass is not playing exactly the same thing that the guitar is playing. The bass is mostly kind of holding down the root, and the guitar's kind of playing around it. But they're still kind of together, like rhythm wise. Dum 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 dun 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 dun. So the bass is going dum bum 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 ba da bum bum bum, and then the guitar is going da da da. So it's like da 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 instead of holding it. So that's, I mean, it's good. I'm wondering though, what is this meant for? As in, how many instruments are in this? Is it gonna be? Is it like? Is it supposed to be one guitar and a bass? Because it sounds to me right now, it kind of sounds like it's kind of for one guitar and the bass. There's a moment with the guitar solo, but sometimes three pieces tend to do a guitar bass drum setup. They tend to do like they tend to like put in a guitar track there for recording, and then live it's just one guitarist. But right now it sounds mostly like it's for one guitar. I mean, if it's two guitars and they're both like that once again, if it's like if you have two guitars in a band and you're both playing the same chords and the same thing together, for me, just as a personal thing, it's like you have two guitars. Like if you're both doing the same thing, why have two guitars? But so maybe this is for just guitar, drum, bass. I don't know if the singer's separate or if one of them is going to be singing while playing. But so far so good. I mean, the feel. I mean, I can imagine like people moshing to this in the crowd, in the live. Oh, so it just fades away. So it fades away like music from back in the day. It fades away. Generally, I like to say, I mean, for music that fades away, it's kind of like either you wanted it to do that, or maybe like you didn't really know how you wanted to end it, or you wanted to give it that like kind of old type of thing. I feel like this is kind of going for like an '80s type of metal type thing. It's it's not bad. I like it. I mean, it's I mean, personally, since this is a video and I just want to give my thoughts for this. Um, so far, it sounds like it's meant for a three piece. Maybe there's a fourth guitarist, but some parts like that, it was doing dum bum 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 bum. But for me, that got it. It felt a little repetitive, but there's use in that for music. I feel like a second guitarist could like add a little more over it or something. Just me as a personal creative choice. Maybe that's not what they're going for. They don't have to do anything like that. That's just something that I personally would do. But so far so good. Real drums. I'd like to hear how this would sound with a real drummer and with further mixing. I get the because I get the idea this is like a demo probably, and it's good. Just keep doing this. Keep making more stuff, and just keep it up. The more you do, the more you work on this stuff, the better you get. And thanks for sharing it. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any songs that you would like for me to react to, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to take a look at them. And I'll see you next time.